15 of the National Football League. And we've got the rocket-armed Will Levis. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's more on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42, and it'll be Titan football. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 19 carries, 131 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Levis back to throw. Forced out to his left. That's complete. It's Josh Riley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They run wide side with Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Titans at 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Levis to throw it. Out to his left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Will Levis punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And the drive was capped off with a touchdown run by Will Levis. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Stroud now to throw.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Haskins trying to pick it up.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Right, I have to say, in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed.
Levis.
On the move to his left. This is caught. Touchdown!
Chigga
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 54 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Stroud looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
First down, Houston.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Stroud now on second down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now here's Stroud. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Returning it is Moore. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Running free at the 45. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
On for the extra point is Folk. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And the Texans, first down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Stroud.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Roger McCreary
in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their head saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Henry running right. Oh, he bowls over it. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Now Levis.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Will Levis.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the route is on here in this first half.
Texans, nothing.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Traylon Burks, 38 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston set to take over.
And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1st and 10. It's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And now they're in the hurry up.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Buying time to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Roger McCreary.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. So we've reached halftime here in what is...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Cashman on the tackle. A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now
Levis to throw off play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Henry up the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st down, Levis.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Let's go now.
Fourth down, Levis.
Dancing to his left.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Haskins.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Levis back to throw.
Rolling to it. And into the end zone for Tennessee. Touchdown.
Will Levis.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it is 42-0.
Titans 42. Texans.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
Play action. Stroud now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Roger McCreary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Levis now off of play action. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Breaks through the contact, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Levis on third down. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16.
A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
Levis throwing for it on fourth. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down. Henry. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. Okay, ready?
2nd down and 6 now. Stroud looking to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Jeffrey Simmons drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Off the play fake, Levis
steps away. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. For a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Levis looking to throw. And brought in downfield by Burks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Levis's throw is on target to Burks. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They go play action. Here's Levis.
Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Levis to throw it.
Rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Will Levis.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it. He's got it to Collins, complete.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
43 yards.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Treylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
The offense on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Seven Pirates!
Stroud off the play fake.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Bronco switch! Bronco switch! No! Ready!
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
Flush to his right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Roger McCreary.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And quickly, they get to the line. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed, a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things, but ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed pop.